policies. Oh my gosh. See, I wish they would tell us more about that because I honestly don't know. I know she's done some good work with immigration, even though they say opposite.
What do they say?
Well, what is it? She's the border czar.
The fake border czar.
It's her fault that all these immigrants are coming over, to cross the border right now, which I don't think they are.
People have been saying that Kamala's a border czar, or whatever that means. Is there an issue at the border? Has Kamala done anything about it? Or was there not anything to do about it, and so they're just kind of making things up?
So I don't think there's an issue with the border at all. They say the border crisis is causing all these drug issues and is causing crime, but in my opinion, there's crime everywhere. You can go to New York, you can go to Canada, you can go anywhere across the world, and there's going to be crime regardless.
Sometimes I just think we're screwed. Joining me now, Brittany Mayer, independent reporter, founder of Rooted Wings. Hey, Brittany, how are things at the border? Because these brain-dead drones don't think there's any problems at all.
I just want to know where these people came from. Are they living, honestly, are they living in a cave? Because I will tell you what, I live in San Diego, California, and my beat is consistently the border. And I actually just got breaking numbers in for you, Jesse, so you get it hot off the press. We, as of October, here in San Diego, California, have brought in 200,000 illegal foreigners. That only counts those who check themselves in. So it doesn't include anyone who sneaks in by dark of night. It doesn't include the boat crashers that we have consistently been getting on our sand. We are looking at over 155,000 single adults, primarily males, who have been invading us here in San Diego. And it has enormously changed the safety and the horizon of what it looks like to be in San Diego, California. So in terms of what those people said, it's sad because they're just clearly not informed and they're not staying current with what's actually happening to our nation right now.
I can't believe they've just completely trashed one of our great cities. Gosh, I've had some good times in San Diego back when I was a young, stupid Marine. Okay, Brittany, describe the city itself, because I remember the San Diego I had fun in back in the day. What has happened? What's it like? What's daily life like? How's it changed?
It's so sad. You remember the good old days, as do I. I'm a native San Diegan, and I remember even just as a young adult being able to go downtown San Diego and feel relatively safe. It is a whole new world. We have so much. The homelessness is out of control right now. There are tent cities all over San Diego, California. We have drug use it's just an open market for drug use. It's really become just an unsafe environment to where now, if I was a young adult, I would not feel safe as a woman downtown in San Diego. But get this, we as taxpayers down here in San Diego are paying annually $5 million for attorney fees for these illegal foreigners who come through our border. So not only are we bringing them in and providing sanctuary status, which is largely in part due to Kamala Harris, but on top of that, we're saying, hey, come on in, invade us like Normandy, and then we're going to pay for your legal fees.
Yeah, you know what? Focus on that Kamala Harris, her role in all this. What did she do in California that has helped this process along for the illegals?
Yeah, so, we're living through the revising of Kamala right now. Time magazine just threw her up on their cover looking, as Trump said, looking beautiful, looking like she's shiny and new. And she's not at all a part of the destruction of America over the last 4 years. But her reputation precedes her. And it goes back to 2004 when she became the DA of San Francisco. Nothing good comes from San Francisco, California. San Francisco has spit out Kamala Harris, it spit out Gavin Newsom. We have Pelosi, we have Senator Scott Wiener, but Kamala Harris got her start in San Francisco. She was a champion. This was 2 decades in the making of California being a sanctuary state. That's what she ran on. So for her to now say that she's going to champion securing our border. It's just not reality. For 20 years, she has pried open our border and championed bringing in illegal foreigners by the droves.
Speaking of by the drove, it's being reported now, New York Times, many other places, that immigrants are becoming citizens at the fastest clip in U.S. history. And wow, Brittany, that is amazing because it seems like it's right before an election. How convenient is that?
Yeah, it's concerning, especially concerning the news that just broke. Apparently, it happened 4 months ago that almost all American Social Security IDs were stolen. And in many states, those are a piece of the puzzle in order for you to be able to vote. So it's all very convenient timing. I think that Americans need to be on high alert that what we are seeing right now is subversive communism being put on the ballot. And if Christians, specifically, I'm going to speak to Christians right now, if Christians don't realize what's at stake, that we have a ticket who is hell-bent on murdering our most innocent all the way up to birth. And who knows what happens with botched abortion survivors. Kamala Harris's track record on that is despicable. We have that on the ballot. We have gender bending our kids and creating complete confusion. Tim Walz threw tampons in boys' bathrooms, and people want to joke about that, but it's actually very serious that we are targeting our youth and indoctrinating them with this complete dystopian lie that boys can become girls, that we have inflation at record high. People want to say inflation's coming down. It's because, you look at it as gaining weight. If you've consistently gained weight over 4 years, and then you're like, oh, but this month, instead of gaining 11 pounds, we only gained 3 pounds. Okay, you're still gaining weight. And we're so swollen right now on inflation that now you have Kamala Harris coming out saying that she's going to price gouge. This is subversive communism. She is all about equity, opening up our borders, really diminishing what makes America special and what makes being an American citizen special. So if Christians don't realize that we are called to be salt and light, we are to push back against evil, we are to be the antidote to darkness, then we're going to lose this election. And it's going to get a hell of a lot worse for America.
Yeah, and speaking of gaining weight, all the legions of single feminists who are going to crawl across broken glass specifically so they can murder their babies. It really is. Well, you know what? Here's a good video of it, courtesy of Libs at TikTok. I want every Christian to pay attention to this video right here.
I am at St. John Paul II Catholic Church in Thornton, Colorado. A guy came up to me and told me that we needed to vote for Trump, and I told him if Trump wins, I would leave the country. I also told him that basically the 2025 plan would take away many of my rights. Well, he got mad. I tell you, these right-wing Christians are the most dangerous people on earth, and they are not your friend if you disagree with them. You are the enemy. What does that tell you about where we are as a country? It's not safe.
Brittany, 30% of American Christians aren't even registered to vote. This is something that I scream about all the time. It's enough to make my freaking head pop off. We sit in the pews on Sunday and learn about right and wrong and good and evil, and people can't even get off the couch to go vote in elections. What is wrong with America's feminized Christianity?
Yeah, it's a huge, huge problem. We are entering uncharted territory for America. And I don't say that to be an alarmist. I am a student of communism, because if we don't know our enemy, then we can't defeat it. I think we have lightened the reality of the times in which we are living in right now. We are living on the precipice of America going full throttle communist. And the reality is we have two people right now on, I guess they're on the ballot. All of that with the coup that happened. We've got two people on the ballot that will bring communism into America. Their track record says that they will. And we have people like the clip that you just showed who are so ignorant to think that Christians are the threat. I'll tell you what the threat is. The threat is Christians not showing up to the ballot box in November, not getting engaged, not realizing that our role is to be the salt and the light in a world that has gone completely mad, and to restrain evil, to restrain communism, to say, no thanks, commies, we're not going to go with your way. We're going to keep the grand experiment of America, the pride of being an individual in this nation, alive and well for our future generations. But like you said, 25 million Christians in America don't vote. That's a huge, huge problem. I spoke with 2 pastors today, one of which who reminded me that we are not just citizens of heaven, we're also citizens of America. And if we know that there is evil and we do nothing about it, then we're just as good as salt who has lost its flavor. We have got to realize that we are not here to propose marriage to Trump or to make him our priest or pastor. This is a game of chess. And what is at stake cannot be understated. We have to take back our authorities as Christians and to engage.